Hello everyone and welcome to a Twin Stitches Designs podcast. My name is Julie and I am the knitwear designer behind Twin Stitches Designs. Today we are September 28th? 29th. We are almost October 1st, which is super exciting. I love fall. And I even wore a fall sweater. You guys gotta see this. Look at this. It says, "It's fall, y'all." Like these amazing pumpkins. And I just thought that it was really fitting to wear on the podcast today because it is a beautiful morning here. I have the windows open. It's nice and fresh and you feel the air, and I have my Scentsy warmer going with like a pumpkin scent. I am so ready. I'm one of those annoying people who love fall. So yeah, so I definitely needed to wear the sweater. And I have yarn here that I'm wanting to cast on. I want to share everything with you guys, so I hope you are ready for a packed full podcast. I almost didn't podcast today because I thought, well, I don't really have anything to show. And then as I started getting everything put together, I'm like, holy fudge, there's a lot to show. So let's dive right in. Today, I do not have a coffee. I already finished my cup of coffee and I told myself I have to drink water before I grab another cup of coffee because if you're like me, I don't drink enough water and I could live off of coffee. So I told myself one full glass of water during the podcast, here and there, and I will reward myself after with a nice, big, beautiful cup of coffee. I hope you guys are doing amazing wherever you are, and I am just super duper duper excited. Like I have so much to share with you all. So first up, you can find me both on Instagram and Ravelry as Julia Knitter. I will link everything I talk about down below this video. If you have any questions, list them below. As always, I try to answer them as soon as I possibly can. I recently hit, which is insane, 16,000 followers on Instagram. I have no idea how, and I just am super thankful for all of you guys. Patreon also hit an incredible milestone. I have over 100, now 108 or 9 or wherever we're at, patron members over on Patreon. All of this has been growing so much, and I always want to say how thankful and grateful I am because you guys, I just appreciate all of your support. And I just can't get over sometimes because I'm not somebody who always stares at the numbers, and then when I look at them after I look and I'm like, holy fudge, like I'm just so grateful. Patreon is a monthly membership where I share exclusive vlogs. You get free patterns. We have exclusive knit-alongs and prizes. Right now we just started on the 25th a Halloween knit-along, so definitely click the link. All of our knit-alongs are for every single tier, and depending on your budget, there's different tiers and different benefits. Right now we also have a list of 15 incredible sponsored makers that donated coupon codes for our swap. It's jam-packed with fun. We also have an exclusive Ravelry group where you can ask questions, you can get some help from other people, you can post and chatter and share recipes. I share recipes. It's just honestly so incredible. The community that we've built is just amazing, and I'd love if you wanted to come and join us over there. So all of that just to say a huge thank you. I always get overwhelmed and appreciative, and I always want you guys to feel that I really do appreciate every single one of you when you purchase. And I don't know, I pinch myself daily that I am able to come here and do this to you guys, with you guys. So just thank you so much from my little family to yours. I definitely wanted to take a moment and thank you all for being here and watching and subscribing and liking and commenting and just everything. So thank you. It really does matter. All right, enough of that sappy stuff, and let's dive right into some knitting. So I do have a few finished objects. During the time I was knitting on a pair of gravel path socks, which is one of my patterns that I released in 2019. So it is an older pair of socks that I released, but it's one of those pairs of socks that go well with self-striping, with speckled, with tonal. It's one of those patterns that are incredible to have in your library and is just amazing. So I added it on my website, and it's also on Ravelry for you. It is both, this is one of my only like exclusive one that is designed toe up and cuff down. So depending on how you like it, you can go and grab it. And I knit this out of Hobbii, or Hobbii, however you want to pronounce it. And this one is coloring number 6. I think it's Hopeful, which is this blue speckled, so stunning. I have the leftover over there, but I figured I would come and bring you, because they had sent me 2 skeins. And then I paired it with the blue. I'm not 100% sure on the color number of the tonal, but I will link it below. So this is in their Hobbii, they're speckled, and this one is in their solids, and I just thought that these went absolutely amazing together. They are an online company, and they are, it is a 75-25 wool and polymade blend. You get 437 yards per 100 grams. I had someone ask me over on Instagram how durable the socks are. I do not know because I just knit it out. So I can definitely let you guys know in a while how they work up, or how they last, but they do have a high twist. They are a 75-25 blend, which means that you do have that 25% of polymade nylon for that structure. I can't see why these wouldn't wear beautifully. There's no red flags. There's not a lot of pilling when I was knitting them, so they're really nice and soft. They do not feel scratchy, woolly, like super duper soft, absolutely amazing. So if you've been wanting to try some, I'll link it below. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. So here's the pair of socks that I finished. These, I mean, Gravel Path are a pattern that I will do over and over again because they're so easy, they're fast, they're mindless. I've kind of had these just everywhere, and I posted them already on my Instagram. So it's just this really cute texture on both sides. So like I said, I came out with this pattern in 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and I just love it. So you have like some fun slip stitches to really have that, and a heel flap and gusset. I have these on my Knit Picks medium blockers, and then I also did the toe. And I have to say, I'm obsessed with how the Hobbii knit up. Really love it. So yeah, so it was a 1x1 ribbing. I did these top down, heel flap and gusset, did the pop of color for the heel and as well for the toe. So, and I did these 56 stitches. So the smaller size. Absolutely love this. Really, I might have to make a pair for Eric out of this color because it's just absolutely beautiful. So really love that. So that is my first finished pair of socks. Yes, you've heard that right. It is the first finished sock because I do have some more socks that are done. Last podcast, I was knitting on some Scrappy Socks. Now my brain cannot remember if this sock was completely done. I don't think it was. I am knitting up a new pattern for Scrappy Socks. Now this pattern is going to be, no, it wasn't. I just turned the heel, I think. I can't remember. If I did, well, you're going to see it again. So this pair is going to be a brand new pattern that I'm going to be releasing on October 7th. So I will link my newsletter down below. And in this pattern, you're going to get instructions for cuff down and toe up. They will actually be 2 different separate PDF patterns. You will get instructions for a heel flap and gusset, an afterthought heel, as well as a German short row heel. The only thing I will mention is the toe up version will not have the heel flap and gusset, just the short row and afterthought heel. The first sample, I decided to knit it up in some minis that I had here. This is a mini skein set by a Homespun House in her Walk This Way. On her soft sock, which is a 75-25 blend, and her mini skein sets are 10 minis of 10 grams. So I decided, and also in this pattern, you're going to get the instructions on how wide, how to measure your stripes, how to everything. Like, it is jam-packed with information. You'll also get some video tutorials linked. Everything is in there. So like I said, this pattern is going to be coming out October 7th. And this is the first sample, so I really love that. I did a 2x2 ribbing. I did a German shirt row heel and just my usual toe. I love these pops of color. They're beautiful. So that was the first one that I did. Do I have Molly's tag? I don't, but I have all of my leftovers because I'm going to be doing, obviously, whoa! Well, that went flying. I obviously have the second one not cast on yet, but I'm going to be knitting it up. Also, this is in a bag by Stephanie of the Creative Knitter. Obsessed. Love Stephanie's bags. Really beautiful. So I just have this in here, and whenever I have the chance to knit up the second one, I will, but I wanted at least 2 samples for the release. And I still have some time. It's only releasing on October 7th. So that was sample number 1. Sample number 2, I know you did not see this because I just finished this one a few days ago. So I know for sure you did not see this because I don't even think it was cast on. The second sample, oh, wow. All right, let me get a little closer up for you. The second sample was knit out of Polka Dot Creek yarns. They have their like micro minis. So this is actually, and I haven't, like, you see a little puckers here. I'm going to show them to you. It's because I haven't woven in my ends or haven't tidied that up yet. Don't worry. You just put it in and turn it around and nobody knows. Well, except for you right now because I just told you. But yes, I knit this. So Polka Dot Creek has their 12 10-gram mini set. So they actually give you 12 different minis in their 10-gram sets. Am I explaining this right? Hold on a sec. I'm going to go. So here is a Christmas one that I have. So you get 12 10-gram minis in a mini skein bundle. And I do know that Shelly is going to be having an update for kind of this one, not this exact one, but extremely similar in an update on a Christmas bouquet. So if you're interested, definitely head on over there. Also, my Patreon group, I have an exclusive Polka Dot Creek coupon code. So just saying. But they're absolutely beautiful. So I decided to use up, I purchased the Earthy mini skein set. Which, Denise, if you're watching, these remind me of you so much. They are totally your colors. And they are mine. I love this type of neutral. Do I have her? Yeah, I have her logo. So these are 75-25 also, and they are 46 yards, 10 grams per mini. Absolutely love it, and the colors are just beautiful. You can really have fun with this pattern. Just mix up your minis and just have fun. You don't even have to purchase a mini skein bundle. You can use your scraps. You can use up leftovers. You can have fun. So, I mean, I loved how far I got with this mini skein set. So I didn't repeat the yarn until here. I mean, come on. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So I only repeated these 2 were my 1 and 2. Like, how incredible is that? I love that. If I'm using leftovers, I may even do like a pair of socks with like just using like each stripe is going to be completely different. I might do that. That might be a lot of fun because now I can kind of calculate approximately how many I used. So I used 14 colors for my size. So I would just need 14 10-gram minis. I love it so much. So yes, this pattern is going to be coming out October 7th, and I am so excited about it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, especially for people if you don't know what to do with minis. This would be also an incredible pattern for your advent calendars. If you're wanting to make up some scrappy socks, just don't really know the recipe or how, this is the pattern for you. This is also in another bag from the Creative Knitter, who is my friend Stephanie. Just love it. It's this fun little socks. Super duper cute. I'm gonna take a sip of water. All right, trying to make up some room here because I have so much to share. So next up that I am working on, I'm working on a few things that I can't share. I made zero progress on my sweater because I've been knitting on the Scrappy Socks, I've been knitting on the Gravel Path socks, as well as I've been knitting on other things. So the test knit sweater for Anna Joanna that I did, or I should say cardigan, I made a ton of progress on the last podcast. I haven't been able to pick it up, but do not worry. I will be picking it up hopefully by the next podcast. I just didn't have a chance last time. The next thing that I'm working on that I want to share with you guys is another scrappy project. So I wasn't sure if I was going to share this, but since you're viewing the podcast, I'm going to share it with you all. I am planning on coming out with a new pattern for a blanket, but it's going to be using up some fun scrap and minis. I am designing this out of the Knit Picks mini skein palettes, so I'm going to show you. Let me show you the box. Knit Picks has 3 different sets of these incredible mini palettes. So each of these tiny little Knit Picks palettes are 20 grams of yarn, and they are 92 yards, 100% wool. And each beautiful set comes with 50 20-gram yarn. So this one is the one that I'm using right now. And it's amazing. It's called Mountain and Desert, and it's all these beautiful grays, yellows, browns. I mean, totally fall. They had their 20% off sale, and I mentioned it on the Knit Picks sale. That definitely get your hands on one. One full box of this is $99 US, but you get 4,600 yards of yarn in all the incredible colors. So I am designing a fun pattern. Now, if you definitely don't want to go and purchase that, which it is an investment, I won't lie, $100 is an investment, but you may be doing an advent calendar this year. You guys, I have the perfect pattern for you. So this is going to be a fun scrappy blanket that you're going to be doing up blocks and then sewing them at the end together. So I've shown sneak peeks on my Instagram, but here I am letting you know all of the details. So this is one block completely done. Each block you're going to use 3 different colors. So for this blanket, I'm going to be using 48, I think, or 49 of the 50 colors. And you can just have a lot of fun. You don't even use up the whole 20 grams. So it is just a lot of fun. In the pattern, I will also have like 2 different types of coloring pages where you can see how your different colors would knit up together, and you can see also how to assemble your, I call it a quilt because the blocks remind me of quilting blocks, and that was the inspiration behind the design. So the way that I'm going to be assembling it is each block is done the exact same way, but when you assemble it, I'm going to be assembling one like this, and then the second row, or the second is going to be like that, and then you'll have that. So it'll be sideways, and it'll create like a quilted blanket effect, which I love. I already blocked this one out, and palette is, I was surprised on how soft palette is. I cannot wait to have this blanket. It's so beautiful. The colors are incredible. And they also have 2 other different boxes. The other boxes are a pinks and purples, and they have a green and blue. So I will link those below for you just in case. But this is where the bulk of my knitting has been. I finished this full block and I'm knitting on the second block. Isn't this just beautiful? Oh, and you guys, this pattern is incredible for beginners. Anybody who's wanting to knit, this is really like crazy simple. The only thing that's going to be a little complicated is when you come and sew it up at the end, but I'm going to be linking YouTube tutorials and everything, so do not stress and worry. I'm knitting this, so palette, I forgot to mention, is a fingering weight, and I'm knitting this blanket on a US 5. So really nice, beautiful loose gauge, but really nice and airy. Absolutely incredible. So this block I just have a little bit to go, and then this one will be done. I'm hoping for the release of the pattern I can get 4 to 5 blocks done to kind of show you and give you the visual of it, but my minimum is 3. So if I can do this, let me try. Okay, so we got this, and then to give you, this is not going to work. This, So this would be one way, is you could do all of the stripes the same way. That would be one. Or, you guys are probably laughing at me. All right, and then you would have it this way. So you would have this straight and then these that way. And then the next one would be straight. I give you a full schematic in the pattern. Not this explanation. But yeah, so this, I am super excited about this pattern. It is definitely something I think that once I finish with this mini skein palette, I may do up like a fun advent out of it. Like, it would be amazing to have like a color scheme. Oh, just amazing. So I hope you guys are excited for that. Let me know below if you guys are excited for that pattern. My plan is to release it in October, early November, so that you can get your hands on it for Advent season, because this is perfect. Each block takes less than 20 grams. I have not weighed it out yet. This one was the 20 grams and I have this much left. I want to say a good 5 grams. So, and you can decide also, depending on the pattern, I will have instructions if you want to do it in a DK weight. You could even hold, you could hold fingering weight with mohair through it. That would be incredible. But yeah, so that is all my needles. I'm using my Knit Picks Prism interchangeable needle set, which I love, in the US 5. So let me know below if you guys are excited for that pattern. I really, really hope so. I know I am, and I want to finish this blanket probably by next year. I mean, 16 blocks is a lot. So, I mean, I definitely have, it's just because I work on so many other projects at the same time. I wish that I could just knit on it, but I want to enjoy the process and not rush it either. And then I'm so excited to have it done and then just have it on our couch. I want it as a beautiful family blanket on our couch. I have this in a bag by Maria, and I will link her below. Her bags are incredible. They're fun, drawstring and everything. Perfect sweater size. Really, really love her bags. Okay, so the next is my last work in progress that I can share with you guys. Like, when I say like a work in progress, I don't even think it should be called a work in progress. I haven't even joined in the round yet. So I'm doing a test knit for my amazing friend Sylvia of Camellia Fiber Company. If you do not know who she is, go follow her on Instagram. She is an absolute sweetheart. I've collaborated with her in the past, and she's just an amazing person. Here is her tag. She dyes such beautiful colors. If you were, how can I put it? Her aesthetic is like neutrals and calming and beautiful. Like, it is just amazing. So I'm knitting a design for her, or test knitting, out of her Merino Sport, which is 100% merino wool, 325 yards. And it's like crazy squishy. Like, look at this. The squishiness. And this is in her colorway Moonflower, which is pretty much a white. And then I am doing with this one. So the pattern is going to be, this one's going to be my main color, and there's a bunch of color work that I'm going to do in the white. I will put the coloring, oh, no, I have it right here. This one is Chicory. The blue is her Chicory. And like, you really see that high twist. It is crazy and beautiful. So this is going to be a beautiful cowl that Sylvia is going to have in her shop. And like, yeah, that is where I'm at with that. I was planning on having it like fully cast on in the ribbing this morning while the girls are in pre-K, but this hasn't happened yet. And what time is it? We are 10:50, and I'm going to get the girls at 11:20, 11:30. So this is going to be this afternoon. But yes, I just wanted to share it with you all and share her yarn. She's an incredible dyer and a friend, and I just absolutely love her yarn. So I'm so excited to get this cast on my needles and to share with you guys the progress that I make on the next podcast. I definitely want, since it's color work and it's like, I like holding, doing those at night, just because I want to make sure that I don't want to rip back. You don't want to rip back color work. That's just a pain in the butt. So I'm definitely going to be doing that later on. This is on my Knit Picks interchangeable needle set on a US 4 for the cowl. That is everything I've been working on. I think for, you know what, you guys, this is pretty good. Pretty good. So I definitely want that cowl almost done by the next podcast, if not done. That is something that I should have gotten off my needles a while back, but I've just been a little overwhelmed with life in general and things, and then the girls starting pre-K, and then me getting sick, and then just everything in general. So I started late on that, but that is okay because I think I'm going to be a fascinator with the color work as well. It looks beautiful, and I think just the colors together. I love when you love a combination of the pattern and the yarn, and I find that it just makes it flow really nicely. So by the next podcast, I definitely want that block done, and I'm potentially going to be sewing it up with the block to show off in the pattern. I want that cowl done. Trying to think what else. Those two are my main priorities at the moment. The Scrappy Socks, I'm hoping to have another one done for the pattern release, but if not, then at least I have 2 different samples. It's not like the end of the world. I definitely want to get the priority things off of my needles. So now I want to share with you guys what I got in the mail. It was a little bit, and things that I kind of have planned. So for the mail on what I received, I have, my friend Nicole of Nicole C. Mendez. I have her clubs of her Disney club as well as her Harry Potter club. If you have not received this month, look away because I'm going to be showing them. This one is her Disney and is Moana in Maui. I mean, she's just, I've said it before and I will always say it, she's a wizard. So Nicole is a dyer in Germany, and she has free worldwide shipping always, and has some beautiful Christmas self-striping colorways in her shop now as well as Halloween. So go and grab some while you can. Beautiful. And this one is Harry Potter and is Diagonally. So pretty. I always get her soft sock, which is my favorite, which is a 80% virgin wool and 20% nylon, 437 yards per 100 grams. That is my preferred base from Nicole. So those were brand new. I'm so excited. I absolutely love her yarn. And I want to share after. I want to cast on a pair of Halloween socks, and I want you guys to help me pick out which one, because I'm definitely wanting to cast on. The second thing that I got in the mail was from my friend Victoria of VidaLifestyle. So Victoria is coming out with so many beautiful collections of yarn. She came out with a coffee house one, and then she asked me if she could send me some, and I said, oh my god, yes, please, please, please. I love coffee and I love yarn. So I chose Cappuccino, and she still has some of this yarn in stock on selected bases. I did see that she had her Fade mini skein set, which like this one is in, which is stunning. So she has beautiful, beautiful yarn. Her yarn is very, very soft and incredible. This is her Vita Classic sock, which is a 80-10-10 superwash merino, cashmere, and nylon blend, which is 400 yards per 100 grams. Victoria's yarn is just, like, look at those light speckles. She has a magical touch with speckles. Really love it. And this is her logo. She has not only yarn, she has candles and soaps and face masks and everything. So if you want to go and treat yourself, definitely go. And this one is Affogato sock set, which is on the exact same base. But I just had a 20-gram mini. She picked this one out for me, and I'm like, you know me. Like, you know me. You know me very well. So pretty. So yeah, so those I received from her. I also received a soap that I posted on my Instagram. It's already in my bathroom because it smells incredible. So yeah, so thank you so much, Victoria. I've actually never had that happen before. I ran out of room on my camera. But yes, so the next thing I received in the mail is Knitter's Planner. So these are amazing, and I'm going to be doing a full YouTube review, going in depth and showing you inside on my YouTube channel later this week. But I received the Knitter's Planner, which definitely you need in your life. It has everything starting in January. This is going to be like my Bible for everything. And then they also have a designer one. So they have the design book, which you can plan out your projects. I mean, you can have everything from like planning out your project to your sketch to your notes, everything. So thank you so much. I'm going to be going in-depth review. The shipping, I will say, for Canada is it's much more expensive than the US. So if you're my US folks, definitely go grab yourself these. They're amazing, and they're available now. I will put their link down below to the Knitter's Planner. And I mean, they are just beautiful in the quality, but definitely look out on YouTube later this week for a full review on these books, because I'm so excited. I've been going through them at night, and I just love it. Love it. Can't wait to bring you through. Woo! All right. So the next thing that I got in the mail was a bag from my friend Ellie. I teased about it in the last podcast that Ellie was sending me a bag to match the yarn. And it arrived. Like, how perfect is this? She has this tote bag in her shop. So if you are wanting and grabbing yourself some crunchy leaves and autumn breeze, you can get a matching tote. It's appearing much more brown, but it's beautiful. Thank you, Ellie. So yeah, so this tote is huge. Definitely really big for all of your projects. You can have your nice sweater pattern. It can fit a ton of yarn. If you're going to a knit night, if you're just going around, heck, if you're doing grocery shopping. Like, this is a beautiful bag. So definitely gonna put my yarn in there. Like, it's huge. So just perfect. And I mean, who doesn't need a matching bag for their yarn? I couldn't help myself. So absolutely love it. All right, that is it for everything that I've received in the mail. I am going to be casting on a pair of socks with Hobbii. So they are doing their scary challenge that I'm going to be posting about all on Instagram. So I grabbed this skein of yarn from their shop. I will be putting the colorway names below, but I just thought it reminded me so much of Halloween. And then I grabbed these 2 solids to go with it. And they are just perfect. They have so many beautiful, so this is in their unicorn line, this is their speckled, and these are the unicorn solid. This one is colorway 4, which is black, and this one is colorway 25. And it just goes so nicely. It's like the exact same colorway as this one. So I'm going to be doing a fun pair of socks with this. I haven't figured out what I'm going to be doing, but I have an idea in my brain. So I think they're going to be a pair of socks for Eric for Halloween. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'm even thinking of holding the yarn double and using up a lot of this yarn as well as the other ones, doing some stripes, doing some fun, just having fun with the yarn, not really like planning it out. So my friends over at Hobbii sent this my way, and I'm just so excited to be posting about it. But yes, you will get all of the real details on October 1st, and it is a fun month-long knit-along with Hobbii. So that is going to be one Halloween cast on. But then I want to cast on more. So I have all of these amazing skeins from Nicole, and I'm loving Boo at the moment. I don't know what it is with these like brights, but I'm obsessed and I really love it. So this is her Boo. And then I'm really drawn to this one. This one is Haunted House. Like, so pretty. And then I really like this one, which is Halloweeny by the Cozy Knitter. But then I also really love Pretty Twisted Yarns in Hey You Crazy Witch. Getting a theme of self-striping here. I don't know why I want to cast on a pair of self-striping. And then I'm super obsessed with this one of Dragon Horde Yarns. This is her Halfway to Haunts that I got like 2 extra minis, so to make a pair of socks for me and Eric. And like I just kept pulling out all yarns from Nicole. This one is her Trick or Treat. This one is her Jack-o'-lantern. This one is her Pumpkin Patch. I think I need more hands to knit these all. Like these are all screaming my name. I'm super drawn to Boo, and I don't know why. I think I'm drawn to bright colors lately. Like these like Halloween colors. Just love it. Even Trick or Treat, I love that lime. That fun bright neon brown, can't talk. That limey yellow. Love it. So I don't know. If you have a preference, let me know down below and help me pick one out. Because I need your help to figure out. All right. The last thing we're going to chat about is the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along. Should I be doing it? No. Am I going to be doing it? Yes. I'm going to be doing it this year, you guys. I said I was going to do it last year and completely messed up. All right. So, I bought a kit from Stephen West, or Stephen and Penelope, which was Host Garn and super all neutrals. And then I thought, okay, but I want something different. I want to go with my neutrals, but I also want to go with a pop. So I originally thought that, okay, I'll keep the Host Garn and add in a pop of color. And then as I kept looking through my stash, I kept getting inspired by colors. So what I think I did wrong last year with his mystery knit-alongs, and I always do, is that I pick colors and I think, okay, that's great, I'm just going to go with it. But sometimes they're not colors that are in my comfort zone. So this year I really wanted to focus on what colors am I really drawn to that I would actually wear. So if you do not know, Stephen West is an incredible incredible designer who does a mystery knit along for a shawl every single year in October. Shawls are not something usually I knit because I don't wear them a ton, but I think it's just magical of getting a community of people knitting together and doing things together, and just so much fun. So I'm definitely casting on. I am thinking of like doing it like a week after the fact so that I can plan out my knit, still knit along, but kind of plan it out. So I'm not planning on finishing by the end of October. So the way that his mystery knit along works is that you purchase the pattern and you get 4 different clues every week for 4 weeks, and then you end up with a finished shawl. Now this shawl is 5 skeins of fingering weight yarn. There is no God's way that I'm finishing a 5 weight or 5 skein shawl in a month, on top of designs and kids and all of that. So I'm giving myself, you know, a good 2-3 months to finish this shawl, if not more, because I really want it to be perfect and I want to plan it out and I just want to be really loving it. So that to say, he wants you to pick 5 different colors, more tonals than speckles, and all fingering weight can be different bases or whatever. So I chatted with my friend Laura of Camp Fiber Yarns. The first up, I'm actually, like, he doesn't say to use a mohair. I am just going to because I think it'd be absolutely stunning. The first skein I'm going to be using is the Surrey Alpaca in the colorway Elder from Laura of Camp Fiber Yarns. Her Surrey is 74% baby Surrey alpaca and 20% silk. So that's going to be my first colorway. The second one is also from Laura that I had in my stash. And this one is called Tiramisu, which is one of my all-time favorite colorways of Laura. So I just sensing a theme here, guys. The third colorway that I'm going to be using is called Dark Tiramisu, also by Laura of Camp Fiber Yarns. Then the fourth color I'm going to be using is also by Laura, and it's a name that we haven't named yet, and it's on her singles base. So I have a Surrey, these are 80/20s, and this is a single. It doesn't matter because it's a shawl. So really fun, super neutral, nice contrast. But then, because it's a Stephen West, I had to go in with a pop of color. This is Pineapple Yarns in Seagull Attack that I had in my stash, and I put with this, and oh my god, I love it so much. Look at this, you guys. Come on. I think Stephen would approve. I just love it. It's going to be perfect. So these are the 5 skeins that I've put aside for the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along. I hope I don't change my mind because I'm obsessed with this combination. I think it's going to be perfect and amazing, and I'm just super excited. But I want to wait a week or 2 before I start because I want to make sure that, look, all of these colors are incredible, and I want them to really, I want to make sure that they play nicely together, and I put them in the places that I think that they should be, so that I don't mess up and think, oh, fudge, I should have put that color here or that color there. So I am so excited. Are you guys joining in? Let me know below. All right, you guys, that is it. That is everything I've been working on and that I wanted to share with you all. It is 11:10, so I'm going to be going to get the girls soon from pre-K. They are still absolutely loving it. The only thing I had not podcasted last week because we were all sick with a cold. It wasn't COVID. It was just, we were all just sick with a cold. So the girls stayed at home a good 2-3 days from pre-K. You can still somewhat hear it in my voice, but I'm doing a lot better. I just, yeah, it completely caught us off guard. I shouldn't say that because, I mean, anytime that children start kindergarten, pre-K school, they're going to get sick. And it's just, you know it. So we were okay with that. And I stayed with them and cuddled and just, yeah. They are still absolutely loving pre-K, which makes my life a lot easier and we just really enjoy it. So except for that, there's not much else going on. I'm just trying to work a lot in the background And while they are there, and then this afternoon, I'm thinking we might do like a fun movie with some popcorn and just relax with the girls. So I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who joined the podcast and is watching, taking some time out of your day to spend it with me. And as always, until next time, happy knitting, you guys.